speaking of injuries, speaking of somebody who's with quivering legs, I'm assuming you've got an update here on Santana for us.
Yeah, I checked in on Fightful did a report on him today. I happened to check before we went on, and they confirmed a lot of the things that we reported. Some wild
damn straight
rumors.
You're damn straight.
Right. We trusted our guts, and we were right.
That's right. I've got a sizable gut, people, and you don't need to. You need to remember that.
Don't question it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Mike Santana is. He was.
Is that the man's name, Mike Santana?
Mike Santana. I
had no idea.
Yeah. Lots of news being broken today.
That's right. My mind is blown.
So, he got hurt at Blood and Guts, tweaked his knee, didn't even, pretty much disappeared from the match. They haven't heard anything since then. And since then, there's been rumors about his contract and not being happy, him and Ortiz not being on good terms.
I've heard that it's a heavily tweaked ACL.
That is, yeah. It's twoked. So Fightful reported today that it is an ACL injury, and he's probably going to be out 8 to 12 months. So it's not good.
Jeez.
He's not had surgery yet. And most people believe that his contract expires this fall. So I don't know if AEW is the type like WWE where they freeze the contract and, just sort of hold it until you come back. And it seems like they wouldn't.
I don't think so. I don't think I haven't heard of them doing that so far. And we've dealt with a lot of contracts from a lot of people who've had injuries in the past, and we've had no indication they're freezing contracts. So then the question becomes, does AEW place enough value on Santana as a singles act to bring him back? And to me, Santana and Ortiz have absolutely delivered in AEW at every level. Yep. I would want to bring him back, even maybe a shortened contract and see what he can do. But I wouldn't want him to just walk away from AEW on an injury. That's a poor way to go, man, for somebody that's been such a part of this company. For over a year and a half, the Inner Circle made AEW. The Inner Circle was what was the group putting this company on the map.
Yeah, they carried him in 2020. I mean, people give Best Friends a lot of credit, and this is no diss on Best Friends, by the way.
No,
that they're kind of made because they worked so hard during the pandemic in the Daily Place era with no fans and stuff. But who was on the other side of that was Proud and Powerful.
Yeah.
The 5-star match, the Best Friends, that was with Proud and Powerful. Santana's
That's exactly right.
Guy too.
That's right. Does he have a chainsaw though?
We'll get to the chainsaw.
We've yet to find that out.
So I think the last several months it seemed like he was really more interested in singles stuff and wanted to be a single star. Maybe that was part of why they weren't on good terms. That's just speculation though. But as we've learned, our speculation, you can go to the bank with it.
That's right.
But, he'd been doing more singles matches. He got his first singles title in Puerto Rico for the Latin American Wrestling Entertainment Group, which I'd never heard of before today. But
totally. Classic federation right there. Classic.
So he relinquished that title over the weekend. And then today, actually just like several hours before we recorded this, he tweeted a cryptic tweet saying, "I'll speak soon."
Oh, snap.
So who knows what's coming from there. But if I were him, I would, he wants to be a singles guy. And I think he could be a singles guy.
Yeah.
But it's very clear he's like 5th on the pecking order of Latino, single stars that AEW wants to push.
I think he has put him below Thunder Rosa, which he's below Thunder Rosa. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's right there, I think, with Mercedes Martinez. It really is a shame if the breakup of Proud and Powerful is due to Santana's wanting to be a singles act, and then he gets this devastating injury, making him give up his first ever singles title. That's such a shame.
It is a shame. Yeah. I hate, I saw one singles match with him. How long ago was that? A few months back on the one of like Jonathan Gresham's Terminus shows. He did a match with Jonathan Gresham, and he was great. I thought
that was a great match. Yeah.
But like we talked about before, like I kind of understand if he doesn't think that AEW is going to give him that shot, because
They're not.
when they spun him off against Jericho, it was him versus Jericho. Then pretty quickly it was he's the backup to Eddie, then he's the backup to Eddie, who's the backup to Moxley, then he's the backup to Eddie, who's the backup to Moxley, who's the backup to Claudio.
If you're gonna be on national television in America, AEW is his best shot at being a singles champion, as in there are 25 belts at the moment. But like I said, AEW is not. They're not gonna. Like, I just have a feeling like that if he wanted to be in contention for any belt, they'd be like, okay, we're gonna slot you in for 3.5 years from now. Right. We'll start your storyline in 6 months. And I don't think anybody has that type of patience, other than maybe Wardlow. Right. Nobody has that level of patience in professional wrestling. And if I were him, I would look at what Alan Angels did, honestly. And I would like him to stay in AEW, but honestly, Impact would probably be a better situation for him. I think he'd be a star in Impact, and I think he'd be put over in a big way in Impact, and be a part of some real mainstream storylines. And I don't see that in the cards in AEW unless he's in Proud and Powerful and they're the fifth wheel in a massive group that may add Anna Jay at any moment.